All right, my darlings. So welcome in. We're missing a few people, but they'll catch us online. My name is Rebecca. Is this anybody's first sound bath? Lots of newbies that you're like, I'm bad. You're like, I'm good. It's chilly outside, which is absolutely perfect for taking a sound bath. We've got these nice faux fur cushions to get you all nestled up and just relax down. It is Scorpio season, so it's water season. So just allowing everything to sort of flow through you and cleanse through you. Mars is in retrograde. You're getting a crash course in astrology right now. Sorry. If you're into it, great. If not, just tune me out. Mars is in retrograde. You may be feeling some of that like warrior energy, some of that fighting energy. Try to resist the urge to bite off everyone's heads around you. It's a lot of energy going on. This is a really good time to take all of that energy and sort of focus it down into the earth, let it combust and let it feed back up into you. So if you're feeling sort of some of that agitation with the changing of the seasons, totally normal. But and people always say, well, just channel your anger into a creative project. And you're like, I don't have any energy to give somewhere else out. So what I like to say when it comes to that kind of thing is take all of that turmoil, any angst that you've got going on from all of the eclipse season, all of this transition, sort of give it back down into the earth like this beautiful compost pile. And instead of trying to feed it somewhere else, just let it go down into the earth, turn it into this beautiful soil, and just reabsorb it back into yourself. It's your energy. So give it to the earth, let it cleanse it, and then take it back. So, in terms of sound baths, you guys all have your beautiful crystals. Again, the garnet is great for grounding and earth energy. The trees, the leaves are falling off the trees. It's cold. We're feeling like we're ready to kind of curl up. The only thing is, it is not winter yet, even though all of the retailers and advertisers, such as myself, are trying to convince you that it's Christmas. You'll buy more stuff now. It has a tendency to mess with us because it's not Christmas yet. It's not winter yet. So enjoy this last bits of fall, these last bits of transformation, snakeskin shedding, all of that kind of stuff. It's November. Just remember, it's November, even though I have my Christmas tree up. So, I'm going to play a series of bowls, chimes, and gongs to help blow you guys down into a meditative state. You guys all have an eye mask. If you would like to block out the light, you do not have to use it. You can put your crystals on your wrist, over your heart, in your hand, anywhere you would like to work. I'll start off by playing my crystal singing bowls. Then you'll feel my big size 10 feet walking around the room, playing all the bowls that are all about you. If it feels like I'm hovering directly over you with a bowl, that's because I am. I may also play a large wind instrument. Sounds sort of like a big lasso or something out of a dragonfly moving about the room. And again, just moving energy around. I'll play a big gong. Starts off soft, gets louder and louder. I do wave this over you. So if you feel wind and you're like, oh my God, I am really high, it's real wind. It's real wind. I'll end with some beautiful chimes, sound like fairies or Tinkerbell, sort of infusing some positive energy in. We'll sit up, have a rose quartz margarita, some local chocolate or a lemonade, do a little fire burning, and then you'll float on out of here. Sound all right? All right, my darlings. I highly recommend unrolling your little blanket sets. You can snuggle into those if you would like to open them up and snuggle into them like a little taco. Our body temperatures do drop a few degrees as we get down into state, so really nice and comfy. I also recommend taking that black meditation cushion, placing it under your knees to get some pressure off your low back. All recommendations, you do not have to do it. If you prefer to lay on your side, you are more than welcome to. I'll give you guys a moment to get nice and comfy, cozy down. Get all settled. We'll do a few rounds of parasympathetic breathing, and then I promise I will stop talking. Some people see shapes and colors. Some people have connection to ancestry, inner child, future self. Some people don't see anything and just get a nice deep battery recharge. Totally fine. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, I will not be able to get up off my bowl. So if your neighbor is snoring, whether you know the person or not, I give you all permission to very politely, very gently nudge that person And a nice deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. We'll do a few rounds of parasympathetic breathing. So we'll inhale to 4. Hold. Inhale to 8. Hold. Exhale to 4. And exhale all the way. I'll walk you through it. So just beginning to feel your jaw unclench. Beginning to feel your eyebrows unfurrow. Beginning to feel your shoulder blades melt down into the cushions. Beginning to feel your tongue resting down. And just letting yourself melt down. We'll do our parasympathetic breathing, so inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 5, 6, 7, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 5, 6, 7, 8, and inhale 2, 4. Inhale 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale 2, 3. Exhale 5, 6, 7, 8. Begin to take a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. Just begin to drift. Beginning to deepen your inhale and deepen your exhale. Deep exhale. Beginning to bring that beautiful life force back down into your physical body. Beginning to wiggle your fingertips and wiggle your toes. Letting yourself come back down into your body. Beginning to let your wrists and your ankles circulate. Beginning to soak up all those beautiful nutrients moving about the room. Feeling all that rest, all that rejuvenation, all that protection and connection, all that love, all that insight, all that value charge. Feeling all those vibrations moving, surging through your body. Taking a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Beginning to let your arms lift up over your head like a nice morning stretch. And letting your knees Crawl in towards your chest. Giving your knees a nice squeeze. Getting a nice back stretch. Maybe rocking from side to side or alternating knees. Whatever feels good. And as you're ready, begin to release your knees as you roll off onto one side. Rolling off onto one side entirely, letting your knees curl in, letting your elbows tuck in, and just resting here. Taking a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. Last breath here. Deep, deep, deep inhale. Deep exhale. On your next inhale, very, very slowly, very, very gently, begin to make your way to a comfortable sitting position. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling your spine grow tall, feeling your navel moving towards your spine. Feeling your shoulder blades lift up and roll back. Feeling your heart shine forward as your chin comes level. Feeling as though you have a string moving from the top of your head up towards the heavens. Going ahead and taking a nice deep inhale. Deep exhale. Two more just like this, feeling all that air circulating through you. Deep, deep, deep inhale. Feeling all those waves of breath moving through. Deep exhale. Feeling all that water element, all this vibrating through your blood. Deep, deep, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Letting your palms rest over your own heart. Feeling the beating of your own heart. Taking this deep, 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 beautiful, restorative, regenerative, protected, connected inhale. Letting it all move through you. Deep exhale. Beginning to let your palms rest on your knees as you gently let your eyes flare open. Sound Alright, my darlings. My very famous rose quartz crystal margaritas and raspberry lemonade. So my raspberry lemonades front. Yes. Please also grab a rose quartz spear to hold on to. Really nice spear, heart chakra, and some chocolate. So these rose quartz spheres, rose quartz, the stone of unconditional love, and spheres constantly turning, no sharp corners or edges. And by the time everybody gets their hands on these, they are nice and clear, and they have a drink in their hand. My yellow rose is the margarita. That is an yes. Rose quartz spheres also nice to bring on your heart chakra, anywhere that's got extra opening and chocolate for you ladies. It is white and dark chocolate with sprinkles and popping candy. Here you go, my darling. So cheers, darlings. You all also have a pack of rolling papers in your bags. I don't have anything for you to put in them. Sorry about that. It's not that kind of party. But on one side, if you would like to write down something that you would like to soak into your life, now is a great time to do it. We have just come through eclipse season. Everyone in here was very, very sleepy tonight. We were just doing a lot of restoration, not a lot of visiting the cosmos. You were in the corner a little bit, but a lot of just really, really deep sleep. So maybe thinking about other things that you'd like to call in to nourish you other than murder shows and face masks. I know that they are tempting, but just other things that you'd like to call in. That could be getting together and making a nourishing stew with friends. Maybe that's going on a hike with some friends. Maybe it is just getting more sleep. I have noticed a trend the past 3 weeks. Everybody has been so tired. I don't know what to do about it. I've been trying to tell people, like, we need to fight it. It is not time to go into the cave yet. But I just, I'm not really sure what to tell people anymore because people are just so tired. So whatever you can think of that might be something that's going to nourish you and sort of restore your soul. But we've got to be learning some balance because if we're this tired now, I can't imagine what it's going to be like in deep winter. So really try to catch it. Try to catch it now. And it's not just you guys, it's been happening in every single one of my sessions for 3 weeks. So something is afoot for sure. Maybe it's watching some comedy that's your favorite show. Maybe it's making a nice hot chocolate with adaptogens and ashwagandha and all kinds of yummy, nourishing things. All right, my darlings. And once you have written that down, our beautiful, beautiful fire, really important, especially as these days are getting shorter and shorter. So, holding your paper in one side, as soon as it catches, dropping it in, watching that flame burn up completely. So, so good for your eyes. Really, really drinking in that fire, thinking about drinking in that flame and drinking in that fire deep into your soul as these nights are becoming chillier and chillier. So, if you have a smudge practice, a practice of smoke cleansing, you are welcome to let that smoke kind of waft over you, just sort of letting all of that smoke, all of that fire, all that nutrients really soak into your soul and warm you from the core, the inside out. If your paper does not burn up all the way, that's quite all right. Someone else will finish burning it because that is life. Sometimes you're pushing someone up the mountain and sometimes they are pushing you. As long as it's a nice even push-pull, fantastic. If you are always pushing the other person up the mountain, go ahead, push that fucker over the mountain. Find a new person, place, or thing to pull its weight. Welcome to Meditation with Rebecca. We drink and we curse. I'm a hot chicken of meditation. I will always poke you guys a little bit to make sure you're still breathing. So I shall come around, really taking your time to drink in this fire into your soul tonight. And the fire burning, you can do, we have candles, but you guys, any candle works. But really, it's a beautiful, beautiful practice, especially as we are coming into these darker days. I do have a 5-minute meditation on my YouTube, but really, I love to start my morning with just lighting a candle, and just as I'm drinking my coffee or my tea and you're not really awake yet, if you have access to an outside window, fantastic. I lived in Boston for a year and I was advertised 3 beautiful bay windows that were all facing brick walls. So if you don't have access to an outside window, that's okay. But we have a tendency to, as soon as we wake up in the morning, we look at our phone, and that's a gamble if it's going to be good news or bad news, whatever we see first thing in the morning. So especially as it is getting colder, if you can, as soon as you wake up in the morning, try to put on a little 6-minute meditation. I have my own on YouTube or anybody else's. There are tons out there. And lighting a candle and just either first thing in the morning or as you're just sitting, sipping your tea, really drinking in that flame for the day. Really beautiful at night, but we have a tendency to think of candles as being relaxing for the evening, rather than these are beautiful, transformative. This is fire, so especially as it's getting colder, to really drink it down into your soul for whatever it is that you need. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. What were you working with? The crystal. I'm not asking for just your crystal.
Oh, it's a smoky Lemurian.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. There was some deep stuff going on over there. No, I would never ask you what. I just want the crystal. And the smoke smells so good. And this is a local woman-owned candle maker here in Nashville, and it is vetiver and wetgrass, really nurturing candle. All right, my darlings. So that is our session. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Stay.
Thank you.
Feel free to sit, enjoy for a moment. We are a very small meditation studio, so when you are done with your beverages and all of your crystals, we do kindly ask that you put them back on our tray. It is around the corner in our boutique, and if you will make your meditation set back the way you found it. All of the crystal grids and papers stay with us, but you're welcome to take pictures of them. They're also online. This session did record both on Instagram and on YouTube, so whether you use social media or not, if you would like to drop back into this session, you can take a Bluetooth speaker and put it on your chest or behind your head. We try to live stream all the sessions as long as our tech is cooperating with us. So happy fall. It is not winter yet. It is not winter until December 21st. That is also, though, why we moved up our sessions. We used to have our sessions at 7 p.m. We moved them up to 6 p.m. because we can tell that everybody is already just, it's an early hibernation. And I think the Titans won. Did they win? I think they did. Yes. So go team.
Just on this chair right here.
Yes.